Every guy says, I want to be the man, but they don't want the pain. They don't want to fight. Is that? Blows my mind. You want the crown, but you're not willing to bleed for it. Look at any hero story. Hell, even your superheroes. Batman didn't just wake up rich and powerful. His parents got murdered right in front of him, bro. That's why he became Batman. You can't be a real man, a respected man, a man with strength without crawling through the mud. All that shitty stuff that happened to you. That's what built you. The bad shit, that's the path. There's no shortcut to strength to becoming the guy who can take on anything. You want to be tough, you got to eat dirt. And when you're knee deep in it, where do you get that strength? For me, it's my name, my bloodline. I wake up with cockroaches on my face. What am I supposed to do? Cry like a little bitch? No. I knock them off, hit the floor for some push-ups, and I get to work. Why? Because I'm Andrew Tate. When life smashes you in the face, what you've got left is your honor, your courage, and your last name. You don't get strength handed to you. You earn that. Pride, honor, that's what makes a man. That's why I'm hated by the Matrix media. I'm out here spitting truth, and every man who hears me feels it deep down because we're wired that way. I talked to a 17-year-old, and he's like, yeah, this makes sense because everything else he's been fed is bullshit. This is real. And don't get me started on painkillers. Some guy asked me for an aspirin, and I looked at him like he was insane. No aspirin in my house, bro. Why? Because he's not even dealing with 1% of the crap I'm going through. Is the government on your ass? Is the Matrix trying to take you down? People trying to kill you? No, then suck it up. You've got a headache, shut up and handle it. Welcome to the real world. It's all the same, every problem. Mental health, crime, society falling apart. It comes down to one thing. We need real men. Not this soft, weak garbage we see now, but men of status, honor, strength, and discipline. You want to fix the world, build better men? Strong, capable men who demand respect because they live like real men, standing tall, handling their business, protecting their families. Every problem we have ties back to that. You want a better world? Fix the men, period. As masculinity keeps dropping, guess what happens? Everything else goes to hell. You think that's a coincidence? Hell no. It's as clear as day. The weaker men get the more this entire world spirals out of control. You could literally put this on a damn chart. It's that obvious. So what's the answer? Save men, save the world. Get men to remember their duty to themselves, to their family, to their God. Real men don't fold under pressure, don't back down from their beliefs. Women respect men who stand by their values, who live by principles. And what's the core principle? You do what's necessary no matter how you feel. Don't feel like training, tough shit train anyway. Don't feel like protecting. Guess what? That's your job. Get it done. Becoming a real high value man, and I got this drilled into me like a damn hammer when I was locked up, means you accept that suffering is part of the game. It's part of being at the top. As long as my family's good, the women I care about are safe, I don't give a damn how much I have to endure. I'll take the hit. That's what a man does. I'm the leader of my empire, and if I have to suffer to keep my people solid, I'll do it. That's what separates men from boys. You suffer so they don't have to. That's the price of being a man. God has thrown this on real men since the beginning of time. Not just kings or warriors, all men. Look at the guys on the Titanic. Boats going down, water's freezing, but you know what they're thinking? At least I saw my wife and daughter get on that lifeboat. They didn't think twice. They dive into that icy water happy to know the people they loved were safe. That's what we do. We protect, we sacrifice, and we don't sit around whining about it. Someone asked me, Andrew, would you rather both of you be free, but your mom, your kids, or the mothers of your kids suffer? Not a chance. I'd rather take the pain myself. That's what being a man means. You take the hit so they don't have to. I've met a lot of people in this game. Aiden, Sneeko, they're all right. But let me tell you the truth. I don't need anyone. A couple of weeks ago inside the war room, we were talking about these influencers constantly bouncing around each other, doing shows for clout, chasing views. Pathetic. I'll do his show, he'll do mine. Screw that. I don't meet people. I don't need to. I can sit at home with Tristan Film on a damn iPhone and pull in millions of views. Why would I bother with anyone else? I'm in Romania, and I don't want people showing up here. I don't want to babysit. I live for isolation. I've got the same friends I had 20 years ago. I don't need new friends, and I don't need new people in my life. It's not even that these people are trash. They're just not playing at my level. I'm waking up every damn day chasing excellence, pushing to be the most badass version of myself. And I expect everyone around me to match that energy. My family, my women, my kids. Same goes for my fans. No fan of Andrew Tate should be out here losing in life. That shit's embarrassing. But look around, it's a circus out here. You've got these wannabe influencers, just some random clowns pitching bullshit like crypto, hyping it up. Then the moment it crashes, their fans lose everything. If that was me, I wouldn't sleep at night. Imagine letting people who look up to you just tank their lives and not giving a damn. But these guys, they don't give a fuck. And what's even worse is what we're feeding these kids. Why the hell do we have kids waking up reaching for their phones just to watch some broke-ass nerd screaming on TikTok like a fool? who's behind this garbage. Why are we trying to dumb down everyone, distracting them with absolute nonsense? I'm telling you, it's all about control. When you talk about God faith, it's about discipline straight up. That's the word. To actually live by your beliefs, you need discipline. And guess what? That shit ain't easy. It takes discipline to sit down, read, reflect, figure out the message. If you don't get it, read it again. Ask for guidance. That takes patience, that takes focus. But look what we're doing to this generation. We're robbing them of any ability to focus. We're stripping them of discipline, and that pulls them further and further from God. These kids can't even sit through a page of a book without scrolling back to TikTok. They think they're free because they're scrolling all day. We preach freedom like it's everywhere, but there's no real freedom. Real freedom is dangerous. It's raw. It's power. Now, I'm not saying we should be pushing for anarchy, but look around. Every country has its own game, its own rules. When I go to Dubai, I feel freer than anywhere else. I say what I want, do what I want. Do I feel the urge to trash Islam or the leaders of Dubai? Hell no, I don't need to. That's what true freedom is: self-control, respect. But in America, you think you're free because you're waving a flag or shouting some political slogan. Nah, that's what they want you to think. You're free to say exactly what fits their agenda. The second you say something outside their little box, they shut you down faster than a bar in Saudi. That's not freedom. That's a controlled illusion. Your freedom of speech only goes as far as your irrelevance. The second you have a platform, once people are listening, you'll find out real fast what you're allowed to say. Censorship's alive and kicking my friend. And look at people worshiping the dumbest shit at home. These godless left-wing nutjobs worship the pride flag. They're at these parades screaming like it's a damn sermon. They've made it their god. And then you've got men worshiping fame, money, or worse, their girlfriend or wife. Listen, if you actually believe in God, you're not out here putting any woman on a pedestal. You respect her, sure. But you worship God, you follow his laws, not hers. In my house, we follow God's plan. If she's not on board with that, we're done, period. You set the boundaries, and if they're crossed, you cut it. That's how a real disciplined household works. So what's the damn move here? If nothing can be done, shut the hell up and accept it. But if there's something you can do, who's stepping up? What's the timeline? I don't give a damn about all the chatter. I care about action. I get thousands of emails, DMs, messages on Tate.com every single day from people looking for advice. They want to know how to be men, how to handle life. And here's the thing. How the hell do I explain all this complex stuff about masculinity and life to some 16-year-old kid halfway across the world living under totally different rules? The answer, I give him shit he can do. Actionable. Stop making excuses. Everyone's hiding behind the same old garbage like it's a scam, or I work smart, not hard. Bullshit. That's just an excuse to stay lazy and avoid facing the grind. This whole work smart, not harder thing, complete bullshit when it's just a cover for being lazy. Yeah, I believe in working smart and hard, but here's the thing. Most of you are trying to skip the hard part altogether. You want to be smart without putting in any grind first. It's like talent, right? You don't even know if you've got talent until you've put in the work. Let's talk tennis. I could be the most talented tennis player alive, but if I've never picked up a racket, some random guy down at the local court will smoke me every single time. You don't get to see your so-called talent until you've busted your ass, put in the hours, and hit that top 1%. Once you're out here crushing everybody, that's when you know you've got talent. You get what I'm saying? You've got to grind first, man. No hard work, no smart work. That's the damn rule. You sitting there telling me, oh, I work smart, not hard. I only put in an hour a day. All right, then, if working smart gets so much done in an hour, work smart for 12 hours a day and see how much more you get done. It's all work at the end of the day. My whole life is work. And most people don't want to face that reality. They want to whine about work-life balance and all this soft-ass shit. Listen, if you want to win in life, you've got to outwork the guy willing to grind nonstop. It's player versus player out here. If you're sitting on your ass working 1 hour a day, the guy putting in 10 hours is going to crush you. Doesn't matter how smart you think you are. There's always someone smarter doing the same smart work you are, but putting in more hours. That's the game. Play it or get played. Let me tell you something. Being a quitter is the biggest fucking failure you can be. It's the absolute worst. God himself can't save you if you're a quitter, because the only reason that destination you want has any value is that it's hard to reach. If just anyone could get it, it wouldn't be worth a damn thing. Value is tied to scarcity. That goal you're after, it's so valuable because most people aren't cut out for it. So if you're the type to quit, you'll never make it. Quitters are pathetic. I could hand you a damn treasure map, put you in a hot air balloon, tell you it's a 7-day ride to gold, give you a sandwich for the trip, and halfway through, you'd still start whining, I'm cold or I'm tired. All you'd have to do is sit there and coast, but you'd quit anyway. And that's why quitters will always be losers. There's a whole chunk of society that's just a pack of quitters. I've never in my life seen someone truly fucking determined not get what they want. When someone's got that fire in their gut to go after something, they get it. The universe God, they hand it over to the ones who don't back down. People love to act like it's hard out here. Bullshit. I've never seen anyone wake up, say, this is all I want, this is all I give a damn about, and not eventually lock it down. Motivation, that's a fucking scam. I don't buy into motivation for 1 second. Discipline is what counts. I'm not waking up every day hyped to go through the grind. You think I get out of bed pumped to hit the gym to grind to deal with all the bullshit? Hell no. It's not about motivation, it's about discipline. It doesn't matter how I feel, it's getting done. And that's what separates winners from losers. Discipline is real, solid, dependable. Motivation is just a quick fix, a little buzz that fades fast. You're never going to stay permanently motivated, but discipline will pull your ass through when the excitement's gone. You want to know what's real pain? Suffering. That's the truth of it. God doesn't teach you through comfort. He teaches you through pain. Every time you go through some shit, you're learning. And honestly, I don't think men can learn any other way. Pain is how we grow. So if you want to have value, wisdom, to be someone people actually listen to, you better have lived a tough fucking life. Strength comes from hardship. People listen to me because I've been through it, and that's what makes my words hit hard. If I just sat here showing off my cars and watches, no one would care. They'd probably hate my ass. They'd think this guy's just a show off. And they'd be right. You need the dark days too. That's what people connect with. People love to say it's okay to fail if you tried your best. Bullshit. Here's the real secret. If you actually try your best, you don't fail. Most people don't even know what trying looks like. They think they're giving it their all, but they're just making excuses. They cope with their failures. Oh, I tried, but I need work-life balance, or it's tough and I'm tired. All crap. The only way to win is to show up every single day. 2 reasons. 1, effort builds over time. 2, sometimes you get lucky. And if you're showing up every day, you never miss a lucky break. But most people, they're built to feel good, not be good. That's why they dodge responsibility. It's easier to feel better by blaming someone else. Their whole mindset is built to avoid pain and accountability. They don't want to face that the elites are laughing at them because it's too painful to admit they're being played. They'd rather believe it's all just tough luck. That's why they're stuck. They're choosing feeling good over being competent. Me, I don't give a fuck how I feel. I built my mindset on competence. Do I get stressed, angry, pessimistic? Sure. But I take all that and I make it fuel. It drives me to keep pushing to go higher. If you build your mind around competence, on becoming as capable as humanly possible, you're going to come to the same conclusions I have. You are in control. You start winning when you realize everything in your life is your responsibility. Every bad thing that happens, that's on you. But you know what? That's real power. Because if it's all on you, you can always work harder, always get better. Every setback just makes you stronger. That's how you dominate life. When bad shit happens to me, my first response, good. Lost $10 million because some bank decided to cancel me, good. Shit went sideways, good. Now I'm pissed as hell, good. That's my automatic response. Why? Because this mindset makes me the most dangerous player in any damn game I step into. This is what a mental model is for. Why the fuck would you choose a mindset that makes you weak in a world that's ruthless? Everybody's out here chasing the same things, gunning for the same success. So why would you let your mindset make you anything less than a fucking beast? I'm feared in everything I do. Doesn't matter if it's business or fight. Me, if someone's going up against me, they're nervous because it's me. You could tell some dude, hey, you're going to learn piano and you're up against Andrew Tate. That guy's probably never touched a damn piano, but he's still thinking, shit, I'm not Tate. Why? Because they know my mindset. They know I don't quit. I don't back down and I win. That's who I am. I built a mental model that makes me competent and successful every single time. I don't understand how people operate without this kind of mindset. They ask me all the time, what do you feel about this? Or what about happiness or depression? Here's the truth. How I feel doesn't even fucking matter. Some days I'm pissed. Some days I'm sad. Some days I'm happy. I don't care. I've got shit to handle. I wake up and I've got work to do. Zuby's coming over. I've got training lined up. I had a meeting at the bank at 7 a.m. None of this feeling shit matters. I just get on with it. I'm human. I feel emotions like anyone else, but I don't give them priority. My mental model doesn't revolve around how I feel. It revolves around getting shit done. Emotions don't run my actions. That's how you stay unbeatable. I'd love to record a podcast on a day when I feel like complete shit and another on a day when I'm on top of the world. And you know what? You wouldn't be able to tell the fucking difference. That's why I'm so damn competitive. If you want to be the most dangerous predator out there, you can't pick and choose when to show up. You've got to hunt in daylight, hunt in the dark when you're happy, when you're pissed off. You can't just perform when things are going your way. If you only hit the gym when you're motivated or you're only competent when life's smooth, guess what? You're going to lose to someone like me who's on it all the fucking time. This world is player versus player. If you can only win when you feel good and you're up against someone like me who's locked in 24/7, you lose. Simple as that. My mental model is built for ruthless competition. That's why I say shit like depression isn't real and people lose their minds over it. They don't get it. I don't care if I'm wrong. I'm more dangerous as a man if I believe I can't get depressed. So why the fuck would I adopt a belief that strips away my power? I'll never label myself with that crap because I don't buy it. Sure, I get down, but guess what? I still have shit to do. I know I'll feel better eventually, so I don't even entertain the idea of hopelessness. I'll never reach a point where I give up because my mindset doesn't allow it. You can't make me adopt a thought process that makes me weak or less competitive. Every single belief I hold is designed to make me a more dangerous, unstoppable predator. You want to know how I handle all the shit they throw at me? I fucking smile. Right now, as we speak, there are people sitting in dark rooms plotting against me. Whole teams of grown-ass men professionals going through everything I've ever said, everywhere I've ever been trying to lock me up again. They work day and night trying to cancel me, freeze my bank account, strip me of everything I've built. They already threw me in jail once, took 20% of my car collection, froze my accounts, and they're still coming. And you know what? I smile. That's my weapon. They want me broken, but I don't give a damn. I smile because this isn't just some fight in the physical world. This is spiritual warfare, and I'm fucking ready for it. Throw whatever you want at me. I'm not backing down. That's how I win. You want to know why they're so desperate to tear me down? It's because I'm a damn hero to young men out there, and that scares the shit out of them. They see me lighting a fire in these guys, showing them how to stand tall, be brave, not take shit from anyone. And that makes me a target. They want to kill the hero, tear down everything I stand for, but I'll never let these cowards make me feel weak. Hell no. I'll smile in my cell, laugh in their faces. You think I'm going to sit here and cry like some weak little bitch? Nah. Fuck being scared. Fuck being sad. Happiness wins. Love wins. I'm good. They want to shoot me, fine. I'll smile right back. If they put a gun to my head and say your time's up, I just look Ian dead in the eye and say, I knew you'd come, bro. That's the weapon. That's their big plan. What am I supposed to do? Cry like some little bitch, please. I've been through hell. My nightmares, long gone. If anything, that makes me a little sad. Why? Because that shit was like leveling up in the game of life. It was a test, a challenge. Jail, just another experience. In a messed up way, I almost enjoyed it. Every night I went to sleep with cockroaches crawling all over me. They'd swarm around, drawn to the warmth of your body. I'd wrap myself up tight, tuck my pants into my socks, put a pillowcase over my head to keep them out of my mouth. Roaches everywhere, man. On the ceiling, the walls. And now, sometimes out of habit, I still catch myself checking my bed at home for bugs. It's funny. I'd lie there thinking this is wild, man. Was I scared? Nah, it was just something new. Another test. And yeah, I got a hell of a lot done in there. Trained harder than ever. With power comes responsibility, right? My content, it's real. I speak truth. And truth is fucking uncomfortable. That's why people hate it, why they hate me. But I'm not going to sugarcoat shit to make people feel warm and fuzzy. I'm here to save lives. I get thousands of emails every week from guys who are ready to end it all, and they didn't because of me. You think I want to be seen as some villain? No, I'm here to be a force for good, for truth. I want men and women to live right, to live strong. I'm not here to make people feel bad about themselves. I'm here to wake them the fuck up. Righteousness, that's simple as hell. It's about living by your own code, knowing you're handling your business the right way. No snakes, no lies, no fake ass bullshit. I live that righteous life every damn day. But let me clue you in on something. The government, they're not saving the poor. They're too fucking incompetent to even come close. That's why it's on you to take full responsibility. Wake the fuck up, see the matrix for what it is, and understand you can break out of it. You can stack up, make a ton of money, but only if you get up off your ass and make it happen. I don't buy into this idea that people out there can't be happy or content. Total bullshit. We don't live in some world where God created a bunch of folks who can't find joy. I don't believe that crap for a second. The universe is generous. God's got love for all of us. And if you work your ass off, if you actually try, you can level up and find happiness. And I'm telling young men, listen, if you don't stand up, grind hard, and make yourself somebody worth a damn, the world isn't going to give a fuck about you. That's reality. 99% of my content is aimed at men because I'm spitting the truth. As a man, you're born with zero value. You've got to become something. You've got to go through the fire, through pain, suffering, and struggle to make anyone care. If you don't, nobody's checking for you. Walk into a room and you haven't done shit with your life. No one's giving a damn about you. Every man out there knows this. The journey to become something is universal. We've all been that heartbroken kid that nobody, and we've all had to grind our way up, earn our worth. That's the masculine path. And yeah, it's hard as hell, but that's exactly why it matters. So if you're out there sitting on your ass doing nothing with your life and you're 44 emailing me about being depressed, well, no shit, loser. Of course you're depressed. That's on you. You picked that life. If you don't build yourself up, if you don't push yourself as a man, guess what? Life's going to suck, period. My main message, resist the slave mind. Everything you hear, everything you see, it all has a hidden agenda. No one's feeding you info out of the kindness of their heart. They're pushing a damn narrative. So question everything. Tear down every belief. Ask yourself why you think the way you do. I debate people all the time, and they cling to their opinions like it's holy. I ask why. Do they have any actual experience? Nope. They saw it on the news. That's it. The news told them something, and now they're out here ready to fight for it. Pathetic. Most people, they're just empty vessels waiting to be filled up with whatever the system throws at them. I keep telling people, stop. Just fucking stop and understand. The shit they're feeding you to believe isn't for you. The ones pulling the strings, they don't care about you. They care about themselves. It's all a rigged game, and you're the pawn. That's why I say resist the slave mind. Think for your damn self. Be critical. Be ruthless. Stay sharp and see through the bullshit. That's what it takes to stay free. Look, it doesn't matter if you're left, right, liberal, man, woman, whatever the fuck you call yourself. Just think for your damn self. That's the message here. And when it comes to men and women, we're a powerful damn union. Sure, we're different, but together, there's nothing stronger on this planet. I believe in love. I believe in marriage. I believe in family. But I'm talking about marriage in the traditional sense, the way it's meant to be. A man's got to stand up and be a man. That's what the world's missing today. Too many men out here forgot what it means to be masculine. I believe a man's duty is to protect, to provide, to make damn sure his woman is safe. And yeah, that means he needs authority. A woman can make her own choices, absolutely, but a man has responsibilities. In my relationship, I take care of my woman financially. She doesn't have to work unless she wants to. That's how it should be. And let me tell you something else. There are thousands of women out there who've defended me, but nobody talks about that. You got women making videos saying I met Andrew Tate and he's a decent guy. I wish I had a man like Tate, someone who takes responsibility, who protects and provides. They say I belong to my husband and that's why I love him. But nobody wants to hear that truth. There are still men out here who want to be men. They want to make money, hit the gym, be strong, drive fast cars, live that traditional masculine life, and they shouldn't be shamed for it. Depression. Look, I believe feeling down, feeling like shit is real. But this clinical thing, not buying it. PTSD is real. I've seen it in my own friends. I know that feeling fed up, feeling low is real. But the biggest power you have, control over your own mind. It's not fucking healthy to give all your power away and act like depression is some outside force you can't do shit about. I've been through hard times and I've had friends and I have friends in the trenches with PTSD. But you know what made them better? When they finally got up and said, fuck this, I'm done letting this shit break me. They took responsibility. They fought back. That's what it takes. If someone says I'm clinically depressed, I feel really fucking low, the first thing I'm going to tell them is simple. Stop accepting that shit. Don't identify as this clinically depressed person with zero control. Reject that weak ass identity and fight back. Most people who say they're depressed, they've got real shit going on in their life that's making them miserable. Fix the problem, and maybe you won't feel so goddamn low. I get thousands of emails from people saying my doctor says I'm clinically depressed, that it's some unfixable disease in my brain. And then they start listening to me and realize that's a load of bullshit. They sort their life out and suddenly they're not depressed. I'm the only one who's ever actually helped them. Look, I believe feeling down is real, but I don't buy into this whole disease thing where you're powerless. You can control your mind. You can fight back. Change your situation, and I guarantee you'll feel different. Here's an example. I had a guy email me saying he was depressed and thinking about ending it. Now, I'm no shrink, but I reply to my emails. I asked him, have you been to a therapist? He says, yeah, I'm on pills, been on them for a while, but they don't work. Then he tells me he lost his girl, and that's why he's so low. So I told him straight, here's what you're going to do. Go to the fucking gym. Get a six-pack first. Once you've got that six-pack, email me again. If you still feel like ending it, then we'll talk. But I bet you won't feel that way anymore. A strong body creates a strong mind. Get in the gym and train. So this dude starts hitting the gym, sending me progress pics, getting shredded week by week. Eventually, he gets that six-pack he thought was impossible. Now he's a goddamn pro bodybuilder. Emails me like, I can't believe I was even thinking about ending it. I feel fucking incredible. And here's the kicker. His doctor had told him he was clinically depressed, that it was some lifelong curse. But when he grabbed control of his own damn life, everything flipped. So if you're dealing with depression, clinical, real, made up, whatever the fuck it is, take control. Personal responsibility and hard work. That's always the answer. It's the best thing you can do for yourself and everyone around you. And yeah, I hear people say money can't buy happiness. Sure. But let's not pretend money doesn't matter. It's the third most important thing in life. First, health calls, without that you're dead. Second is relationships, cause you need love and family. But money, that's what buys everything else. So yeah, it's damn important. Now, when these average Joes come to me like, what should I do? I'm just a regular guy. I tell them straight, stop being a fucking average guy. That normal, hardworking citizen life you think you're going to have, that shit is dead. Any guy out here who thinks I'm just going to grind, obey the rules, and life will be good is out of his mind. You'll just get taxed into oblivion and stay broke as hell. Doing the bare minimum, that won't make you rich or successful. You've got to push harder. This whole good little boy routine, following the rules, punching the clock, that's setting you up to be a slave, a pawn for the rest of your life. You've got to position yourself to make real money, or you're going to be stuck as someone else's bitch forever. And if you don't know the first thing about money, that just means you don't understand it yet. So get moving, learn the game, figure out how banks work, how money flows. You don't need to blow $50 K on a degree that means nothing. Everything you need is online. Sit down, open YouTube, and educate yourself for free. Study the banking system, real estate, the stock market. Learn it all. You need to know why the last housing market crashed. You need to know how interest rates mess up mortgage rates. Get that knowledge, then sit down with people who know it too. Talk about it. And listen, even if you're broke as hell, you've got to be around people who know what they're doing with money. Go to those real estate meetups, investor events. And no, don't go there looking like a broke-ass loser. Go there ready to talk about money. That's how you start getting it. By talking about it, by being in the right rooms. You're not talking about money. You're not getting money. It's like rain. It's always moving. It doesn't just sit in fat bank accounts somewhere. If you know how to stand in the right place at the right time, it'll rain on you. You're going to get wet. The game now, it's all about the attention economy. Doesn't matter what you do. If you get attention, you're getting money. Here's something I've always believed. Every time you spend money, you need to figure out how it got taken from you. Because trust me, money isn't made, it's taken. Only the government makes money. They print the shit. You don't make money. You convince people to hand it over. You take it. So next time you buy something, figure out how they took your money. You bought that $6 coffee. Ask yourself why. Why did you walk into that shop? Was it the ad, the ambiance, the branding? Figure out how they made you spend $6 on a coffee that cost them pennies. That's how they got you. Now flip it. Figure out how you can be the one taking that money from someone else. That's how you fucking win. When you sit back and break it down, you start catching on to some cold-ass truths about business. You start noticing details that 99% of people overlook, like how important the damn sign outside is or how crucial it is to keep that line moving. Faster, always faster. I run a couple of brick and mortar businesses, and I tell my people this: I don't want to see a line, but I don't want the place empty either, because that looks pathetic. So when there's a line, hustle. When it's slower, slow it down, chat people up, keep them engaged so the place doesn't feel like a graveyard. Control the flow, manage the optics. But most people, they don't think about any of this. You think someone like me is going to wait in line? Hell no. My time is money, and I've got shit to do. You need to start seeing how money's taken from you. Once you get that, every time you spend, you're going to see where the real opportunities lie. Imagine this: I've got the cash to open up a coffee shop right next door to a competitor. How do I crush them? Simple. I'd sell cake. Why? Because they don't. And look around, you've got business people coming in, and there's some random dude serving. Hell no, fire his ass. Put a hot chick behind the counter, throw in some cake, toss out copies of the Financial Times. Make it feel like a spot for people who value themselves. People just don't think like this. They don't analyze where their money goes. They don't dissect what makes other businesses succeed or figure out how to break the system. They're too busy with the circus, falling for the distractions. That's why this world is filled with clowns. I remember being 16, walking to school with my boys, and a Ferrari cruises by. I turn to them and say, "You see that?" They're like, "Yeah, so what?" And I go, "Doesn't that piss you off?" One of them says, "Why?" The guy's rich. And I'm thinking, yeah, no shit, he's rich. But you think he got that by working some 9 to 5? You think he's behind a counter somewhere? Hell no. He knows something we don't. That shit lit a fire in me. I couldn't sleep for weeks. Every time I saw someone with real money, I knew everything they were teaching me was bullshit. These people weren't getting rich by playing by the rules. Everyone knows this on some level. You see me pull up to a gas station in my Lambo, and nobody's thinking, wow, he must have studied hard in school. No, they know better. Everyone knows real money comes from breaking the rules. Sure, you can make a bit by playing it safe, following the system. But the majority, they'll work, they'll consume, and then they'll die plain and simple. I knew that wasn't going to be me. Working for money, biggest scam out there. Then you start figuring out how to make your money work for you. You start separating your time from your income. That's when it clicks. Eventually, you don't just have a business, you build an entire damn ecosystem. Look at me, I've got 70 people across the world working for me. Money just flows in all day, every day, as long as my systems are running smooth. Now, let's say hypothetically, if I lost it all and had to go back to a regular job, you know what I'd do? I'd get into sales. Why? Because I'm a born salesman, and sales is a skill for life. It's about surviving on commission, thriving under pressure. But you think universities teach sales? Hell no. They're too busy with bullshit degrees that keep people in debt. That's all university is, a debt trap. They want you stuck working enslaved by your student loans. Then they encourage you to get even more debt for a house, a car, and guess what? Now you're a puppet on strings. You're afraid to quit, can't even think about moving countries, and don't have the balls to stand up and say no. That's the system's goal, to make you a compliant, obedient little worker. Most people can't even speak up unless they've got money in the bank. Without real cash, without power, you don't get to have a damn opinion. That's the cold truth. And that's exactly what I tell young men. The world is getting harder, especially for guys. This whole game is about status and clout, and if you want to matter, you've got to work your ass off for it. Should young men want to work hard, stay clean, make millions, protect their women, and stand up against this cancel culture nonsense? Absolutely. Strong men who provide, who protect, they make the world better. They're a force. And don't get it twisted, men know the truth. They see the value in what I do. If more men step up and live like me, you'll get a generation of guys with discipline, dedicated to their people, fit as hell, and ready to handle business. And let's be honest, being a man means going through some shit. The strongest men out there, they've all faced hell. Trauma doesn't break them, it forges them. If you're hiring someone, a Navy SEAL, to take you into enemy territory, you don't want some guy who's had it easy. You want to see scars. Those scars are experienced hard lessons earned. The more you've been through, the sharper, the tougher, the better you become. The best men have been through the worst period. Top guys, the ones who actually inspire, didn't get there by coasting. They lived tough lives, and you can either let that hardship ruin you or you can use it to fuel your greatness. Me, I'm grateful for every bit of it. All the bullshit made me who I am. The hard times you're going through, that's your training ground to become who you're meant to be. So when someone messages me saying this happened to me, I'm like, good. And they're like, what the hell do you mean good? This is awful. Nah, it's not. How else are you going to grow? How else are you going to rise up without adversity? You think you're going to become a beast by living soft? Hell no. Be real with yourself. When did you ever push the hardest? When life was smooth? Now you leveled up when life got ugly. And if you really care about your legacy, about your bloodline, about the ones who came before you, then what the hell are you doing sitting around wasting time being lazy? Don't you want to make the people who came before you proud? You're here to prove something. Making them look at you and think, damn, who raised this legend? It's time to step up and show the world what you're made of. Look, everyone's got something to prove. You walk around thinking you don't, you're a fucking loser. Thinking you don't owe anyone anything, thinking you don't need to prove shit to anyone. Wrong. You owe it to your bloodline, to the people who came before you. You owe it to God himself. God hates lazy motherfuckers. He gave you 2 arms, 2 legs, and a working brain. So if you're not using them to the max, don't be surprised when your life's miserable. God's got no time for the weak. He loves people who take what they've got and build something epic out of it. That's what it means to be a man. You create yourself. You decide if you're going to be a champion, a leader, a fighter, whatever the fuck it is. You want to fight the matrix, then do it. That power is in your hands. God loves that shit. People who push themselves seem lucky, don't they? It's not an accident. The lazy ones, the ones who say, I don't owe anyone anything, are a joke. You think your family survived wars, plagues, wild animals just so you can sit around and play video games. Those people are losers, plain and simple. You got to move through life like a force of nature. When I step into a room, people feel it. Not cause they know my name, but because I radiate power. It's like a rabbit sensing a predator. Humans are no different. When you're dangerous, everyone knows it. Watch next time you're out, real man enters and heads turn. That's the survival instinct. That's who I am, and I wouldn't live any other way. I've been proving myself all my life. Every day I wake up with something to prove. I've got millions. I'm in top shape, a 4-time world champion. I'm fighting the matrix, and I still think more. I've got to be braver, stronger, harder. That's the mindset. Always more. I live to prove myself. So when someone says I've got nothing to prove, I know right away they're a fucking loser. Peasants sit around saying they don't need to prove shit, but kings, they're out there taking over more land, even when they already own everything. You think it's an accident that the man who already has it all still wants more? Kings prove they're kings, peasants don't prove shit. Me, I live to prove myself every day to everyone. Challenge me, I'll show you I'm right any fucking time. I say something, I'll back it up. Someone wants to step up, I'll make it clear my ideas are bulletproof. They try to lay a hand on me, I'll wreck them. That's how I roll. I've got plenty to prove, and I do it every single day. Here's the truth of the universe, it's generous as fuck. I've never seen someone go all in and fail. Never. You eat right, you hit the gym, you grind like a beast. There's no way you're not leveling up. The universe rewards hard work. You want something and you're willing to drop the bullshit and actually put in the work, you're going to get it. When I see people without what they want, I see losers. Call me elitist all you want, but I went through hell and back to get where I am. So why the hell should I feel sorry for someone too soft to even try? You dodge pain, you dodge pain, you dodge the grind, and you expect my pity? No chance. You're a coward. You didn't go through the fire, didn't stake it all on yourself. So yeah, you get what you've got. A sad little life, because if you really wanted more, you'd make it happen. You can have anything, cars, women, yachts, whatever you set your sights on. That's how I live. There's not a single girl or car I can't have. House, private jet, anything I want, I get it. Why? Because I decided to become the man who makes it happen. And that's the deal for all of you out there. Want something, go take it. Don't sit there whining, I tried my best but didn't get it. Bullshit. You're lying. You didn't push hard enough. This world is cutthroat, but most people aren't even in the game. That's why I'm winning. Look around, my life is insane, and yeah, I worked for it. But was it that hard now? 86% effort because the competition's zero? Everyone's out here losing. It blows my mind. I could sit down and tell someone exactly how to get rich, and they'll hit me with, but my kids are at home. Done, game over. And they'll be back to complaining about being broke. Losers. I sit here dropping gold on these podcasts. I tell people I've got millions, and I'll teach you how to make millions too. I even built a damn university just for that, to teach people how to make money. But you know what? They'll watch a minute, then click to the next video and go cry about how they can't buy a Ferrari. Wondering why? Because they're losers. Most people are losers. And here's the truth. I started from nothing, rough neighborhood, single mom scraping by. Now I'm rich as hell, and yeah, I don't have sympathy for losers. So think about billionaires born into power families who've run things for centuries. They don't give a damn about you. They wouldn't blink putting someone like me 6 feet under. You think they care if you skip your mom's funeral over a cold? Not a chance. Because when you hit that level of power of success, you stop giving a damn about excuses. It's all weak talk. You get cold, almost numb to people's whining. I get messages all the thing. Me guys from back home saying, hey man, just unlucky. Nah, you're not unlucky. You're a lazy loser. If you're breathing, you're lucky. The truly unlucky, they're dead. But you're alive, just lazy as hell. Losers are people who don't have everything they want at their fingertips. Because I've got everything I want, and if there's ever anything I don't, give me a month, I'll have it. That's the reality. Back when I was broke, I couldn't even fucking sleep. But somehow there are broke people out here, heads on pillows, snoozing away while gas prices are sky high, inflation is out of control, and the whole system is stacked against them. And they're out here acting like everything's fine. Are you kidding me? When I was a teenager, I couldn't go to bed without my blood boiling. I'd look up the cost of a Honda Civic Type R, 38 grand. I had maybe 50 quid in my account. Then I looked up a Ferrari, 210 grand. I turned to Tristan and said, there are people with 210 grand for a car. And he's like, yes. And I'm sitting there thinking, how? I remember just sitting there broke as hell and realizing that even if I saved every single penny, worked my job for 6 years straight, walked everywhere, and basically starved myself, I still couldn't afford that car. That's when I couldn't sleep. The whole system, the matrix, is a lie, and I knew I had to escape. I wasn't going to spend my life as some nobody while other people were out there doing whatever the hell they wanted. That frustration lit a fire in me, and that fire is why I made it out. But the people who see a Ferrari and think, oh, nice car, and then just go back to binge watching TV, straight up losers. But let me tell you something about losers. This world needs them. I'm not even mad about it. If that's the life you want, then fine. You get one shot in life, and if you decide to be a loser, more power to you. Why? Because my cars need cleaning. My hotel rooms need to be tidied. When I throw a party with gorgeous women, someone has to clean up the mess. I sure as hell won't. If I had to clean up after some rich guy's party, I'd grind until I never had to do that shit again. But hey, if you want to do it for 20 years, cool. Someone's got to flip the burgers and make the fries. And yeah, I'll take a Happy Meal now and then, but don't expect me to feel sorry for you. You chose this life, you deserve it. Now let's get to the real game, 3 keys to making money. First one, perspicacity. Most of you idiots drift through life not paying attention. You don't think, don't observe. But listen, if you want to make money, you need to be hyper aware every time you spend it, because you're not making it like the Federal Reserve. You're taking money from someone else. That's the game. So how do you get good at taking money? Start by paying attention every time someone takes money from you. Next time you buy a coffee, don't just drink it mindlessly. Ask yourself, why am I here? Why this place? Is there competition nearby? Maybe they could make more money if they had breakfast options or more staff to speed up the line. And why not put a hot girl behind the counter? She'd bring in more customers. Wake up, man, and start paying attention. Here's the truth. Every time you spend money, you'll see the real game. It's not just about how to make money. It's about how much time you've got to make it. Ideas, they're endless. Business opportunities everywhere. I can walk into any coffee shop, and by the time I walk out, I already know how to open up next door and crush them. I know their rent where they're screwing up what they should be selling, but aren't what's working, what's not. That chair's uncomfortable. Boom, easy win. I'd fucking destroy them. My network, it's a beast. It's on a whole other level. I send a couple text wires, some cash, and boom, 2 months later, I've got a coffee shop right next door to yours with my name on it. And guess what? I'm putting you out of business. Lesson 1, pay attention. Money is everywhere. Every building you see is owned by someone who's stacked. Every skyscraper is a billion-dollar machine. Apartments, million after million. You drive through a city, you're surrounded by trillions. That's the real world. When I was broke, I thought everyone else was broke too, thought money was tight everywhere. Then I got rich and realized there's more money out there than you can even imagine. You try buying a jet, it's sold out. Want a yacht? There's a 6-year waiting list. A Bugatti drops, 2 minutes later, it's gone. $1 million Rolex, good luck getting one. Money is literally everywhere, but broke people have no idea how to take it. That's the game. Pay attention. That's step 1. Step 2, network. If you don't know anyone making money, you're not making money either. Simple. If you hang around a bunch of ice cream experts, even if you don't care about ice cream, you'll learn something. Stick around long enough and you'll accidentally know why pistachio needs to be stored at 2 degrees higher than chocolate. Same rule applies to cash. Surround yourself with winners, you'll end up winning. You've heard it before. Your network is your net worth. You're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But what do people do? They keep hanging out with losers. Oh, but my friend Nick is hilarious when he's drunk. Losers. If you want to win, stop talking to people who aren't winning. Me, I don't answer calls from anyone who's not rich. Every person in my life is making millions. I don't have time for losers. When I surround myself with winners, how the hell am I supposed to lose? This is why network matters. It's like wolves hunting in packs. When you're alone, you've got only your eyes. In a pack, you've got eyes on every opportunity. That's how you win. I might miss something, but if one of my people spots an opportunity like a Forex move, because the ruble's about to pump, they hit me up and boom, I'm making millions. That's why your network is everything. We're all watching, all making moves. And that's how I get rich while you're just sitting there broke. Now, why don't you have the money you want yet? There are 3 reasons you're either lazy, stupid, or arrogant. That's it. And most of you don't even know which one you are, but trust me, it's the one you don't want to admit. Let's start with lazy. This world is a battleground. It's player versus player. You want that girl, so does everyone else. You want that car, everyone's after it. You want money, guess what? You're competing for it. And not just against some random guy, you're up against me and my network. We're connected worldwide, controlling things you don't even know about. You're in a war and you don't even realize it. You're not just trying to make some money, you're fighting against billionaires, hedge funds, people who are robbing you daily. They're growing their wealth by taking from the clueless. The competition is ruthless, and if you think you can sprinkle a little laziness on top, you're finished. You might say, I'm not lazy. I work hard. I put in 8 hours a day. 8 hours, that's nothing. You think that's hustling. If I'm awake, I'm working. I'm driving my Bugatti through Dubai, still texting, still making deals. No breaks, no downtime, no chilling. It's either I'm asleep or I'm working. You wake up wanting to watch a movie, then claim you're not lazy. Cut the crap. You are lazy. And that's why you're always going to lose. You're competing against me and you think you can win while watching Netflix. Dream on. With that mindset, you're staying broke forever. First problem, laziness. Now on to stupidity. Here's the truth. Most people aren't too dumb to get rich. You can have a below average IQ and still make a pile of money. The only ones who are truly too dumb, the slave minds, the ones locked into the matrix, swallowing the bullshit they've been fed their whole lives. The matrix wants you broke. When you're broke, you're easier to control, constantly sweating over bills. That's why everything you see in the media is designed to keep you poor. Why do they shove that get a good job, work hard, save up for retirement crap down your throat? Because they need you trapped in their system. Rely on the government and you become easy to control. No pushback, no arguments, just a little puppet on strings. That's what they want. Anyone buying into the matrix who eats up the media's lies is signing up for a lifetime of failure. Sitting there like sheep nodding along when it's a scam keeping you broke. They tell you to finish your GCSEs, get your A levels, go to university, rack up debt, get a job, and hand over half your earnings in taxes. Get a mortgage, and when you're old as hell, maybe you'll have enough to retire in some rundown villa. But by then, guess what? Your pension is toast because the hedge funds took it all. Taxes bled you dry. And one day you wake up and realize you got played. The system is rigged. They don't want you rich because if you're rich, you don't listen. It's all lies, and deep down, we all know it. I roll up to a gas station in one of my 30 supercars, a Lambo Bugatti Koenigsegg, and nobody thinks, wow, he must have done great in school. No, they think drug dealer, gangster, because everyone knows the rules don't get you jack in this world. You get out by breaking them. The only ones too dumb to get rich are the ones still believing the lies. Anyone smart enough to see through the crap can make it. And the real killer, arrogance. That's why most of you stay broke. I'm out here handing you the keys, dropping knowledge that could change your life, and what do? Sit there, inflated ego, thinking you know better. I'm literally laying out the way to escape the matrix, and you're like, nah, I'll figure it out on my own. That's pure arrogance. You think you're too good to listen to someone who's done it, and that's why you're broke. Look, I didn't become a world champion by ignoring my coach. I listened, learned, took advice, did the work. Same thing with making money. If Elon Musk walked in right now, I wouldn't sit there like a jackass thinking I could do that. Hell no. I'd be asking him questions. Doesn't matter if I'm not launching rockets, he knows shit I don't. It's about learning from people who know more than you. But most of you are too damn arrogant to do that. And that's why you'll stay broke while I keep stacking wins. Here's the hard truth. Some of you are so damn arrogant, it's unreal. You'll sit here, nod along with what I say, even agree with it. You'll think Tate's smart, he knows his stuff. But then you've got the nerve to go, nah, I'll do it my way. I don't need to join the school. I'll figure it out. That's straight up arrogance. You think you're too damn smart for the blueprint I'm laying out. And guess what? That's why you're broke. I sit down with guys I grew up with back in Luton, still broke as hell. I tell them exactly how to make money step by step. And what do? They hit me with excuses. Yeah, but Tate, it's not that simple. The wife's got the kid, and I don't like working like that. I prefer doing it my way. Your way is why you're broke as hell. You just wasted 10 minutes of my time. I laid out exactly how to turn your little side gig into serious cash, and now you're telling me how you like to work. Then stay broke, man. What do you want me to say? That's arrogance on a whole other level. People will sit with a multimillionaire, someone who's proven the game, and still argue. Oh, I think that. No. When you're outclassed, outqualified, you shut up and learn. That's how winners think. That's how I think. Do you think I'd sit down with a piano teacher and tell them how to play while I prefer moving my fingers like this? That's the dumbest thing ever. You listen, you learn, and then you get better. But most people don't get that. They'd rather stay broke with their own shitty opinions than get rich by swallowing the truth. About 20% of people are lazy. Another 20 to 25%, they're out there grinding but doing the wrong thing. Another 5% are too damn stupid to make it. So there's 30% covered. But here's the thing. 70% of people, they're poor because they're brutally, ridiculously arrogant. That's the real reason. Mindset is everything.